Good morning, BNI Saskatchewan. Hope you are all doing well. I wanted to reach out to you this morning as we are all starting our virtual meetings this week. We have some things that we want to make sure that you are doing in order to make sure this is the best experience that we can have. Many people have been asking, are we having visitors or are we not having visitors for these online meetings? That's up to the discretion of your president. They will be running this meeting, so if they feel comfortable with visitors, that's great. If they would like just a practice round, then let's have 1 week without any visitors, and then we can start hosting visitors next week, but that's up to your president. So reach out to your president and see what they think is best for the meeting this week. The way that the meetings will work is your director consultant, so either Dana, Annika, Ali, or Joel, will set up your Zoom meeting and they will send everyone the link to the meeting. So for everybody, all you will have to do is click on that link in the email and it will automatically take you to where you need to go. Now, if you have Zoom already downloaded either on your computer, if you're using your computer, or your phone, if you're using your phone, then this will be very easy. It'll ask you if you would like to start the meeting. You click on the start button, and then also it'll ask you if you'd like to join the audio using your computer or your phone, which you can. If you don't have it set up already, if you don't have it downloaded, it'll ask you, it'll coach you to download it. So you can download it on any laptop, and if you click on the link, it'll automatically take you to where you need to go, or if you're on your phone, it'll take you to the Google Store or the Apple Store and help you download it there. So if you watch this video before your meeting, please go ahead and download Zoom. It's free. Anybody can use it. The directors have the corporate executive account, and so we're paying for those memberships so that you don't have to. Once you get that link, your meeting will start at the same time as always. So these are some best practices that I want to kind of go through to make sure that we have a good experience while we're doing these online meetings. I'm going to warn you, the first one is probably going to be a bit glitchy, a little bit rough, and that's okay. We're working through this together. But be a little bit patient. We will get better as we go along. There will be a 10-minute presenter. This is just like normal, where previously we'd stand up at the front of the room and we'd give our presentation. Some people would have PowerPoints or videos. Those are all great things that we can have. If you're planning on just doing your presentation through the video like this, and you don't have any, if you don't have any pictures or anything, awesome, no need to worry. But if you do have pictures or a PowerPoint or a video that you would like included in your presentation, please send it to your president ahead of time, so that they can work it into their PowerPoint that they will be using to run the meetings. This way, there's no technical problems or anything like that. One person will be running the meeting, and while you're giving your presentation, you just have to say, next slide, when it's time to switch PowerPoints. Okay? If you have any questions about that, please reach out to your presidents or your directors, and they will be able to help you through this process. So, here's some best practices. First thing, it is recommended that you try to get some sort of headset to go with your webcam. Your phone, pretty much every laptop has a webcam built in, but they recommend that you get a headset that has a microphone. So this one right here, you can see this little thing is a microphone, and also any of those Apple headsets that you just put in your ear, they all have headphones as well. It just makes the sound a little bit better, and then people can hear each other. So if you have those, use them. If you don't, that's okay. Do what you have right now. You shouldn't have to invest a lot of money into making this happen. However, I have found some pretty inexpensive headphones. This one, for instance, I didn't have a good set, so I found them on Amazon for $27. And I know that you can find some even less. So just beware, though, if you buy really cheap ones, you might get bad sound. But if not, just use what you have. Okay? Dress the part. So this is a BNI meeting. So I have my nice collared shirt. I have my name tag on. I did my hair. Those are things, this is still a professional BNI meeting, so we really want you to look like professionals. Next is we want you to make sure that your background is a good background. So I put up a BNI banner to cover some of my comic book pictures that I have in my office. But make sure that it's something that's not so distracting, or that you don't have, like, if your background's not a city street with a lot of cars behind you, or a window with a wavy tree or whatever. Try to make sure that it's fairly constant and professional. When you're on Zoom, you want to make sure that you're in close proximity to your camera. So we should be able to see your head and upper torso. If you're way back here, it's hard to see. If you're too close, we're staring at the zits in your head. Sometimes people will have their camera like this. Sometimes we'll get a nice view of the ceiling or the top of their forehead. Just make sure that when you're doing it, that you're having head and torso, and that we can see who you are. Okay. So make sure your Zoom is appropriate. Our chapters will be doing either like 30-second, 45-second, 60-second presentations. So you need to be prepared to present that. Your chapter may also be doing their referral and testimonial round directly after your presentation. So what that means is you'll have 60 seconds or whatever it is to do your presentation, but the last 10 seconds of that presentation, you'll do your, I have a referral, or I have a testimonial, or I have thank you for closed business, a CEU, or a visitor. So you'll need to be prepared to do that. I imagine this might be a little bit, it'll be a big change and a little bit unorganized the first couple times, but we'll get the hang of it. And the reason that we do that is because on Zoom meetings, we lose the most time during transitions. So from one speaker to the next speaker to the next speaker. So we're trying to combine those two portions of the meeting in order to speed up the process. And the other thing that we want to do is minimize non-essential communication. So when it's your turn to speak, don't unmute yourself and say, can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? Are we here? No. Let's just assume we can hear you. If we can't, the president will interrupt, and he will help to get things connected again. So all you do when it's your turn to speak, everybody should be muted when they're not speaking, so unmute yourself, give your presentation, give your referral and testimonial round, and then mute yourself again. Don't do sound checks or anything like that. Those are things that we should be doing before the meeting starts during the open networking section of our meeting. So please make sure that you don't, and we're not trying to, in the meeting there's no time for people to chime in and make comments and to try to interrupt people, or sometimes at the end of the meeting where everybody kind of opens up for business. We don't have that. It gets really messy with online video and online meetings. There's too many people on the call, and it just kind of gets frustrating. So if you have comments or anything like that, you're welcome to put them in the chat box, and one of the members of the executive team, possibly the vice president, secretary, treasurer, will be managing that chat box, and will be able to converse with the president in order to address those concerns, and most likely address those concerns after the meeting is over. So that's kind of some best practices that you'll have to kind of get the hang of. If you would like to do a practice call, you can reach out to your director. They're set up with the Zoom account. You can do that with me. Also on Zoom, everybody can have a free account, and you can do one-to-one meetings with anybody. You don't have to have a paid subscription. So in actuality, your membership costs should go quite a bit lower, because we will not be paying weekly fees, because we will not be meeting in our hotels or restaurants or paying for food or anything like that. And you won't have to pay for a subscription to Zoom, so it should save you quite a bit of money during this time where, that's something that we are very cautious and cognizant of. So other than that, I want you to have a lot of fun with this. Utilize the Zoom to do one-to-ones with people. Do your online trainings and your CEUs. We did a whole mass of online role training on Friday, where we were able to train about 60 people in one day. And also too, we want to make sure that if you need anything or if you need some additional support, that you please reach out. Please reach out to me, your director, your ambassador. Reach out to other members in your chapter. And if we have something that we can help with, we will definitely make that a priority to help you. So thank you. Everybody have a great week. I look forward to jumping on all of your virtual calls and seeing you all soon. Bye.